Okay. Hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you might be. Welcome in to Neurospicy Queer Collective. I am Julian. I am one of the co-founders. The other co-founder is also the director, and that is V, my partner of almost 17 years now. January will be 17 years for us. How about that? I just, that's a lot. So I'm just checking the stream here to make sure that we're showing up okay. Awesome. Looks like everything's good. Okay, let me go live on my phone. Welcome on in. If you come in while I'm quiet and on my phone, I'm just going live real quick here. Bear with me. Trying to get the angle right so I'm not like doing my phone screen to the world, you know? No good. Okay, let's hit go live. And I don't know why it doesn't remember. I guess because I've changed it so often, so that's fine. There we go. Okay, let's try that. And I'm gonna try to stay on as long as I can. I mean, you know I always do, but usually things happen, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Let me check out Twitch here. Make sure it's going on the phone okay. Should be fine, but I do like to check it in all the places. Just to be safe. Okay, cool. So yeah, everything's showing up fine. We're going to be streaming today, like all this month, for Trans Empowerment Project. They are an amazing 501c3 charity that centers 2TIGE BIPOC people in their support, employment, housing first. And I'll go over what that means. Two-spirit, transgender, intersex, gender expansive is the first part, 2TIGE. And then BIPOC is Black, Indigenous, People of Color. So, you know, if you're paying attention, let's be real. These folks have the hardest time of all of us right now. If you are trans and also black or brown, this has been rough. And you're welcome here anytime, all the time. Just so you know, you know, like this is a safe haven for anyone who's neurospicy and queer. That extends to all of our siblings who are under that umbrella. If you are an ally, you're also welcome, as long as you're not trying to be part of the soup. If you're a respectful learner, you're also welcome. So, yay, I think it looks like we got a couple people in. Welcome in to Neurospicy Queer Collective. We're going to be stitching a molotov pride bottle today. Okay. This is where I've gotten so far with it. We're doing the cloth right now, which is really cool because it changes colors from being light up here to being darker brown here. And I tried to pick really, like a really good mix of different types of skin colors to go for the cloth. Um, the symbolism of that is probably wild. But the bottom of the original pattern is only a rainbow. It doesn't have the progress colors of the trans and the skin colors in it. So I definitely wanted to do different colored bottles and different flags. So I've done a bunch of them by now. This, I don't even know how many. This one though is, I've got it up on the top right of the screen. It's going to be polyamory flag colored because I haven't done one of these yet. And as far as I know, this is the newer polyamory flag. I'm gonna not say it's the only one. It's the newer one. It was voted on, I think, in 2022 or 23 by about 20 or 30,000 polyamorous people. And this one was created by Red Howl. So I've got those colors in my bag here. All the colors are picked out. And yeah, I try to keep, shipping bags like this that have the little zip tops for my stitches, because they're really, really good for it. So we'll be doing the colors on the bottom of I've got just crosses on the darker color, and then I've got the lighter color to do. And then we're going to move on to doing the actual liquid today. Because yeah, I'm gonna try to stay on. Y'all know me, I always try to stay on. I always do. I am ADHD, I'm neurodivergent as hell with CPTSD, and I have trauma from capitalism and the corporate world where I had to exist for a very long time in reception work and call center work and retail, doing the absolute lowest service level, well, I'm gonna not say lowest, I'm just gonna say it's service, and sometimes doing service for people puts you into a position that makes some people think that you are totally okay to treat like scum of the earth or like you're not even human because you're in a position of service. That sucks. And it's soul killing, and I hate it. As I said here on the chat, I'm going to be practicing today talking calmly about things that piss me off and upset me instead of ranting about them. So we'll see how that goes. V told me at one point in the last year or so that when I was calling this company that had left their truck out in our alley idling so loudly for so long, right under a sign that says, please care about the environment and our neighbors, no idling. Like, come on. I know it's an alley. I know it's attractive, but people live right here. Your exhaust comes straight up to our windows. It's horrible. The sound literally shakes the windows. Like, stop. Just stop. Consider other people. Just do it. It's not that hard. I'm swear, y'all, I'm a cat dad, but I'm going to start going by Uncle. Uncle. Uncle Julian. I am trans, masc, and non-binary. If, um, if being a man is what some of these Republican cis men want men to be, then that's never what I've been, and it's not what I'm going to be. I'm going to be something new. I'm going to be something different. So, speaking of something new and different, you can see over here that I have the Pocket Tarot. Here, it is the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot, and it's kind of gleaming a little bit there, but here, maybe if I well, yeah, you can sort of see. There's rainbows in it. I love this one. It is my deck that is dedicated to my patron goddess. And I love it because it fits my hands so well. Like, it fits them perfectly. And I can shuffle it really well. You know, it's really easy for me to shuffle. It speaks to me. Like the cards that pop out of it are amazing when I'm doing readings. So I'm thinking I might start doing readings on screen. Um, I have been a little worried too because I have aphantasia and I don't read the cards in relation to each other based on how they're laid out like a lot of readers do. I read them based on feel and based on like 6 to 10 different books I have. I take all of the advice into consideration and then condense it in my head. And I'm like, okay, so that's kind of what the card means. Got it. And I have other really cool decks too, like this one that is called the Next World Tarot. And the creator of this deck describes it as a transfem hacker deck. This is my second favorite deck next to the Wild Unknown. And you can tell by how absolutely messed up the book and the edges of the cards are. They're not nearly as pretty as they used to be, but they still fit really well in my hands and they still shuffle really well. So yeah, I'm really considering doing some tarot on screen. I'll probably just read for myself, you know. Um, it's it's interesting to read for a collective, and I don't know if I'm going to do that. There's a lot of people already doing that. Hi, how you doing? I see you in here lurking. Oh, what is that icon? Jeez, I gotta get glasses. Oh, it's a head pat, I think, of some kind. Maybe there's a skateboard involved. I don't know. But hi, so good to see you. I'm glad you're here, son. Okay, let's get stitching over here going. Maybe I'll do a tarot stream later and see how that goes. I don't know. But I do love reading tarot. And I do love stitching, so I'm going to do more of both on stream. And yeah, like, I called that company about the truck, and I don't know what happened. Like, I was able to channel my professional customer service voice, but I was able to channel it in a way that sounded more like a man. And I was taken so seriously, so quickly. Like, hold on, let me get the manager. I'll find them. Hold on. Like, it was insane. It was nuts how deferential people were to me because of the way I sounded on the phone. Like, there's so much that goes into that. Like, one of my favorite ever commercials is this appearing to be white man. I don't know if he is, but he definitely passes and appears to be white. And it's an older commercial now, and it was showing the problems with housing inequality. Like when people apply for an apartment and they're any kind of marginalized at all, and landlords like, oh no, that apartment's gone now. Oh, it's not available. Or, oh no, we never got your application. Yeah, all of that's fucking illegal, by the way. Hmm, I know we all know that. But when I was growing up, it was kind of like, oh, okay, that's not a thing that's allowed. I grew up in MAGA Central. I did. That's not to say there weren't good people. There were. I'm still friends with quite a few of them who are great people today. But that's where I grew up. And yeah, it, I have no words for how ridiculous it is. I know that's kind of silly. I'm supposed to be having all the words, but yeah. Let's see if I can talk and stitch at the same time. That's going to be the fun part. Mm-mm-mm. Hello, folks. How you doing today? Welcome in to Neurospicy Queer Collective. I'm Julian. I am Uncle Julian. I know, I'm going to see how that goes. I don't know how it's going to go. Like, I am transmasc and non-binary. I don't really identify as a trans man. Because I don't really want to identify as a man. If what Republican cis dudes think that's what being a man is, then I'm gonna be something different, y'all. And one of the things that makes me different is I love needlework. I learned how to stitch when I was 12 years old, and it soothes my brain. It helps me regulate. I am very neurodivergent, and my mom was as well, and she saw it in me, and she saw quickly how understimulated my brain would get and how bored I would get. Hello, how you doing, dystopian grift? Welcome on in. Sorry about stumbling over your name there. I do get tongue-tied. But yeah, my mom saw early that I was gonna need a way to regulate and to, get my brain in order, and she introduced me to cross-stitching. And the first thing I ever stitched was a little angel for her. And I think it's still in storage somewhere. So stitching means a lot to me. My mom's been dead now since 2009. Been a really long time. She was only 54 when she died. And I'm not gonna get all like maudlin. Don't worry, it's been a while. How you doing today? I am so glad that you came in. Like seriously, I'm really glad you're here. Thanks for showing up and wanting to see what's going on. And yeah, if you're one of us, welcome, welcome. If you're not, welcome, welcome. That's also totally cool. You can lurk, you can chat. It's totally fine to lurk in here whenever you feel like it. Yeah, I think I put in chat that I'm practicing today, talking about things that upset me. Just found me on Blue Sky. Ah, nice. Okay. I'm so glad it worked. I've been doing that for ages. Like, somebody will see me live. Somebody will. Oh, I'm glad you made it. I am glad you made it in. This is so cool. Yeah. I'm a new streamer, obviously. Neurospicy Queer Collective is me and my partner V, and we've been together. January will be 17 years. We are both very neurospicy. Oh, did you follow? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I have discovered a different streaming thing that helps me stream on more than one channel at once. And I know I sound so old right now, but I'm really proud of myself that I figured it out. I was born in 81, so yeah. I should have alerts on the screen, but I don't. So let me see how I get that done on this particular thingy. Or if I just need to have my phone up because it'll tell me there, you know. And now I have to make sure I'm like not putting my phone on stream. Jeez, I'm glad I'm here with y'all. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing crazy to me. I know. But let me pull up Twitch so I can actually pay attention. Now maybe it'll tell me, but maybe it won't in here. Yeah, there's got to be a way that I can see followers. Dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Yep, that's what I'm doing with Restreamio. Yeah, it's trying to tell me to remove the branding right now. I don't mind. I really just whatever. Yeah. I've been doing on like alternately on either of them, and I want to start streaming in other places. Like I want to start figuring out how to stream on Web3. Um, that seemed quite complex when I looked into it. Um, but I'm super interested in Web3 and in um, not things like LLMs and crypto, but actual Web3, which, if you can find developers that aren't taken in by all that hype, they're doing some amazing things. and it reminds me of the internet when it first happened, back when I was 15. Like, no, it didn't happen when I was 15, y'all. That's when we first got internet in my house. So that's when it first happened for me. I do realize that the internet was like forum boards for a while. And yeah, I started on DOS computers and I never got into coding though. Like I have Discal and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I could learn it. There are so many apps and things that you could do to learn coding these days, you know. Maybe I could. But yeah, I love cross-stitching these molotov bottles. This is going to be for a very special event that's happening where I am soon. Um, I'm not going to say exactly who they are yet, because I want to confirm with with one of the leaders that it's okay for me to say on stream. But yeah, it's going to be an anniversary celebration with an art auction. And I have auctioned off some of my stitches before. They do modestly well. So I'm super excited to do this for these people because they serve the QT community up here where I am. And where I am, it's a massive influx of folks like us. Like a massive influx. So many people are coming here. V and I actually fled here from Florida back in 2014. So yeah, and we've been up here ever since. Hello, M. How you doing? Welcome, Dystopian Grift. They are new. This is M. Sun is also in here. They're great, great people. You are in a safe place, so yeah. How you doing today, M? Oh God, yeah. There we go. Thank you. I have trouble saying your Twitch name, so I don't want to like butcher it. I don't think I've ever said it like it's supposed to be said. Oh, Sun is the person. You're good. Yeah, yay. Have you got your dentist thing rescheduled, M? And also, Sun is the person who designed Crowberry all, the crow who is talking. Yeah. And I am eternally grateful. Ka, ka. Monday, nice. Okay. You're gonna feel so much better. I can't wait for you to feel better. Ooh, yeah, cool. Please do. Diagnoses are always fun. Kira? Okay, Sun is what you go by anyway. Okay, so just in case. That's cool. Yeah, I was gonna say. Good to know. That way, in case I'm on stream and I just like derp with my brain, hopefully it'll come out that way instead. We're getting done with the cloth here. I'm excited to be moving on to the liquid soon. These are one of my favorite things to cross stitch right now. Sent to Spoopy. Okay, cool. Let me check without putting my phone on screen. I'm so used to having my head and face up there that, my hands, I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter what my hands are doing. And now I'm like, it does. It really does, though. Oh, gosh, y'all. It's been a trip getting my brain properly medicated with actual stimulant medication. I am stitching a Molotov Pride bottle. So I have an example to show you here over on the side in just a moment. But yeah, this is the cloth in the middle that I'm stitching right now. There will be liquid in the bottom, and it'll be the colors of the polyam flag that's up there on the top right of the screen with a golden heart up here somewhere. If I can fit it in there, maybe I don't know, but I'll fit a golden heart somehow. And then the actual example that I have of a completed one. Now this is Screaming Heart Designs, or Screaming Heart Design on Etsy. I can't remember if it's, hold on. Had to clear my throat and I didn't want to cough in y'all's ears. Okay, so I can't remember if it's Screaming Heart Designs or Design. You love it? Cool. I'm so glad. But this is a completed one and what they can look like. And I've done a whole bunch of them. I've done a trans one. I've made the words say all kinds of different things. This is Dog Park Dissidents. Your friend made an Anarchy Care Bear. Oh my God, that's so cool. I want an Anarchy Care Bear. I had I didn't have an Anarchy Care Bear. I had a Care Bear. I had one of them called Tenderheart, I think. Your friend, yeah. Wait, where did you say something else or did I miss it? Okay, maybe I just hallucinated. I don't know. Okay, what do we got here? I'm doing the dark brown right now. Okay, we're still good on string for the moment. Got a new book with therapy points. Cool. Nice. Oh, I love that. I am doing a lot of shadow work right now, and I'm doing it with my tarot that I was showing off earlier. I don't think you were on, but I might be doing tarot on screen soon. We'll see how that goes, because I do want to do that. Does the dog die? Ah, I have heard of that one. That's amazing. Yay. I am reading. It's almost time for afternoon meds. Okay, you gotta eat. Yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Thanks so much for coming in. Yeah. I was gonna say I'm reading right now. Hello, how's everybody doing? I see I have 4 viewers. House of Leaves? I loved House of Leaves. Ooh, that's one of the best books I've ever read. And it was so crazy and freaky. So good. I have it is, isn't it? Right now I have checked out Incidents Around the House, which I've heard is really good and scary as fuck. I haven't seen any of the movies or show or whatever, but yeah, I want to read the book and see if I'm done reading horror as well as watching it for now. Like, I still love it, but is it? Yeah, like, oh, the book. I'm gonna try the book. But right now, I'm reading a book called The Dragon Has Some Complaints by John Wiswell, and it's like high fantasy, but the themes are so modern. Yeah, I highly recommend The Dragon Has Some Complaints. This is one of the most amazing books I've ever read in my life. I have been crying since like the beginning of the book off and on, like with laughter and actual tears. It's so good. It's so good. Like I don't want to spoil it, but loosely, it's about a three-headed dragon who used to be a four-headed dragon, and he has come to the city of humans under duress. And this human that kind of adopts him, well, she's a bit much. And the dragon does have some complaints. So yeah, it's an amazing book. I'm only like 300 pages in, a seven something, and I've got like 3 days to go on Libby. So I gotta read it fast, or I gotta freaking extend the borrow, or see if I can put it back on hold. It's just so good. Like, yeah, and I do go and uh, procure books in other ways sometimes that I'm not going to talk about on stream because that's silly. Uh, you're in a bottle of rum. Anyway, that can't be copyrighted. Like, I really hope it's not. Man, the copyright box have been picking on me. I am a small freaking streamer. I vocal stem. Like, sometimes I forget myself, and I'll say the words to a couple of lyrics, and I saw it again. Like, oh, part of this video has been muted. Like, I swear, I maybe did 2 notes of a song. I am not trying to do anything crazy here. I am a small streamer streaming for charity. And I got told that I can't community build and fundraise at the same time, which totally activated my persistent drive for autonomy. And now I'm like, fucking watch me. Watch me do both at once, damn it. 'Cause I can. Oh my goodness. So we're almost done with the cloth, and I know I'm getting like a little animated and a little more less calm than I was planning to be. So I'm trying to bring the calm back to my voice here, and I'm trying to not make it into a calm customer service voice because that voice sucks. I don't like that voice, and V hates it. My partner loathes my customer service voice, like can tell how fake it is. It makes them shudder. They can't stand when I use it. So, yeah, I don't want to sound like that either. I also don't want to sound like my toxic macho men jerkwad family of origin father and brother who communicated in grunts all of my growing up life, like freaking Tim Allen on Home Improvement. At least he did it in a funny way sometimes. God, it's like they couldn't form words. All they could do was, uh, uh. Just, can you speak? Just talk to a person like a person. Used to drive me and my mom nuts. And my poor ma, like, she was trying. She really was. She was neurodivergent as hell too. And she was trying real hard to raise both me and my brother like we were supposed to be raised, except for the fact that my father hated me because I wasn't the first one out with a penis. So, yeah, I was first, but I had the wrong parts, according to him. Which, I have I have some ideas that I could be intersex. I'm not sure. I'd like to get tested to see. Um, I think there were quite a few things my parents either kept from me or didn't know or chose not to tell me because I went to a therapist for like 2 or 3 times when I was 12 or 13. And I remember her office was really dark and quiet and nice, and she talked to me like a person, and she didn't make me feel bad, and I don't know what happened, but I never went back to see her again. I never had another therapist till I could afford it myself when I was 19, so I have some idea what happened. That was another thing my fuckwad father never wanted to do was pay for our upkeep when things went wrong. We were just supposed to be perfect little machine automatons. And man, if I could get A's, and I could, you better believe my ass better be getting A's or I was in deep. But my brother could bring home C's and D's and get high praise. Yeah, high praise for the golden boy. And I tried with my brother too. I tried for a very long time with him. And I'm done. I'm done. My whole family of origin is cut off. Um, the entire lot of them is cut off. None of them ever deigned to speak to me after my transition. And one of my uncles actually lied to my nibbling and told them that he offered to pay for me to come back to where I was from when my dad finally kicked the bucket. He did not. He never spoke to me. uh, Whatever. Of course, he's a rich uncle, too. Fucking Richie Riches. Yeah, I heard about him most of my life. He worked 3 jobs and put himself through college. Yeah, back in the 70s when you could afford to do that. Yeah, shut up. I was so tortured trying to go to college and trying to hold a job, being neurodivergent and having no accommodations when I was 19. Y'all, mm-mm. just admit when you got a neurodivergent kid or a queer and neurodivergent kid, because it'll be a lot easier in the long run instead of acting like those things don't exist. They do. Cool. Let's see here. Now, I've got the dark cloth bit done, so we're going to do the lighter cloth bit here. Okay. Now, I did modify the pattern a bit because I miscounted. I do that a lot. I eyeball my stitches all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes it works and I have to modify it. And this is one of those times where it's mostly working, but it's got to be changed a bit. Okay, let me get it hooked in here. And the way my mom taught me to hook it was to hold it with your finger in the back and then just make a couple more stitches, half stitches, and that'll anchor the thread in. Like, okay, see, I was just humming some random stuff there. I don't even know what I was humming. I'm just making things up, so don't come for me, bots. I know you hate me because I don't like LLMs, and I don't. But leave me alone. I'm not singing anything that requires you to be all mean about copyrights. Okay, and then we can do some X's. Oh yeah, like, it's hard to see probably from there, but I can tell that that looks like it's dry up top, and it's gonna be wetter down here. Okay. And I bet I could fit a tiny, tiny little cross-stitch heart in there. I just have to find a pattern for it so I don't try to eyeball it myself and just make a mess that I have to freaking, uh, that I have to, shh. It's called frogging in cross-stitch tongue because you rip it. It's a seam ripper. There we go. That I use to rip out my string when it's messed up when I did something wrong. And I hopefully have one of those around somewhere. That's one of the things I may have lost is my steam rippers. I usually had thread wax too, which is really nice stuff to have. Let's see, this is going to come down, but actually there's some over here first, so let's do these first. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on. I hate when that happens. Didn't have enough string through the needle, so it came out. But that's what these are for. Now, when I learned how to cross stitch, I used to wet the thread with my mouth, because that's what my mom taught me to do. But this is so much easier. You just stick it through and you're good. Do do do. Yeah, okay. There we go. There's one there. These are really close to each other in color, but I still think it's enough of a contrast that you'll be able to see it when it's all together. Okay, one there. And I'm going to go ahead and cross these as I'm doing them because they're harder to see. I usually do half stitches all at once and then go back and cross them. But with the threads being closer in color, I'm going to just cross them as I go. Okay, let's see. Oh, one, two there. One, two. Two there. Yep, two, right there. Okay. Ooh, look, I made it to 40 minutes. Cool. I'm gonna try and make it to at least 2 hours, at least. You know what? I don't think I've hydrated. Let me do that. Hydrate with me. Mmm. Yay. I have some sugar-free strawberry drink in there. It's really been helping me quit the sugary drinks, so I'm super, super pleased and grateful about that. Um, yeah. Oh, geez, that's another thing that's aggravated me throughout my life. Let's see how well I can talk about that without ranting or getting too upset. So this is not something I tell a whole lot of people, but I don't think a whole lot of people are in here right now, so it's cool. I have terrible teeth. Like, I hardly have any teeth left, at all. Maybe two and a half, three. Hold on. Let me, my phone just buzzed like I need to check it, so let me check it. Du-du-du-du. Okay, I think we're good. I think it's cool. Let me have a look and just make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Oh God, always on online and Reddit. Seattle is dying. Just shut up. No, it isn't. Seattle is fine. Seattle's not dying. Chill the entire fuck out. Oh my God. Yeah, so I was talking about teeth, but maybe I'll switch over and talk about that freaking city council meeting on Tuesday. Hmm. There were definitely people there. Um, I'm not gonna name any names because I don't want anybody after me, and I heard there was a violent person there, so yeah. Fuck all that. I am not about violence. I will defend myself and mine if I have to, but I don't like being violent. And in fact, I really detest it. I have before because I've had to get points across. Um, yeah, but I I've never wanted to be violent towards someone because they were living a different life than I had information about or was used to. Like, I don't get that. So, yeah, I went to city council on Tuesday. Hello. I have two viewers now. How y'all doing? Welcome to Neurospicy Queer Collective. I'm Julian, and I'm talking about being trans, masc, and non-binary, and going to city council to talk on Tuesday about how the massive influx of trans folks where I am needs some help. And yeah, I talked about how my partner and I went across the country. We fled Florida in the middle of the night to come all the way to the Pacific Northwest because we heard it was a liberal paradise. It was where queer and trans people went to be safe. And you know what we found? We found a paradise for rich white queers. Not even queers, rich white gays. Okay, and I'm not meaning that disparagingly. I mean, that's who they are. That's how they refer to themselves. That's just, yeah. Most of them are cis. Most of them are either white or pass as white, like me. And, yeah, like, that's, it's like a mask of being progressive. It's so ridiculous. But at that city council meeting, we discovered one thing. This is our city. and they can be pushed because I was one of the first to speak. And actually, I had to I had to actually have a few stern words with a lady who appeared to be older. I'll say lady because she gave her name as Jillian and said that well, I'm going to say they said that they were running for office, and I'm not going to, like, yeah, try to, they, they appeared to be an older white femme to my eyes, coming from MAGA Central, where my prejudice comes from. That's who they appeared to be. And apparently, when they said my name, Julian, she heard, or they heard their name, Jillian, and went right up. And the person next to me, thankfully, I did have one of us sitting next to me. We had just met, and their spiritual leader, I forget the first part of their name, but they were amazing. And they were like, go, it's you, go, 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 go. So, yeah, I went up and I was like, excuse me, I'm Julian. Did you call for Julian? And the president of the city council said quietly, yes, Julian Blackthorn. I said, yes, that's me. And like I had to say, excuse me and hello. She was not, or they were not going to move. They were not moving. They were going to take my spot. And the crazy thing is they met me right outside, right before we all signed up for public comment. And they were behind me. Like, and they're supposed to be running for office? Uh, and you didn't remember that somebody else signed up ahead of you that had a really close name to yours that you needed to be aware of? Like, and I am aware of what it looked like. It looked like a big, burly, berry, white cis dude bearing down on an older, white passing, maybe cis lady, and saying, hey, it's my turn. Let me go first. I know what it looked like. But you know what? I've been shutting my mouth and stepping back for the first 35 fucking years of my life. I was raised AFAB. Okay? And that's a big thing that is just so ridiculous right now. We have the compliance crew in Kansas, the malicious compliance crew. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. They're going into the bathroom that they have to, according to the gender on their paperwork. And they look like me. And they end up going into women's bathrooms. You don't want men in women's bathrooms? Then stop this bullshit. Because that's what's going to happen. And not all trans men are like me. Not all trans men are cool. Not all of anybody is cool. Like, I shouldn't even have to say that, but I guess it does need to be said. Oh my goodness. I think I'm keeping my temper. I'm not like just shouting level. I raised my voice a couple of times, but I'm realizing it and coming back down. Whew, yeah. These are the things that get me hot. Like, mm. I don't know if that's who this person was, but they acted very privileged. They acted like, of course they were going to be first up to speak and that nobody else would dare challenge them. That was kind of their demeanor. And then they weren't going to move. And I was like, what the fuck do I do? And, I really hope I find that person who was sitting next to me again. I hope I do. Because if it hadn't been for them hissing at me, get up there. It's your turn. You go now. Like, there was no question. There was no just, it was get up there. It's you. And because they were so fierce, I was able to be like, yeah, it is me, and go up. And it wasn't just that. It's been work I've been doing as well. I'm trying to give myself credit. It's also being medicated for the first time in my frickin' life. The anxiety is more Well, okay, it's not the first time the anxiety has been more manageable. The last time it was manageable, which means it disappeared too much, was when I was on Xanax and I got addicted to it. And I ended up taking like 4 milligrams in way quick succession once and almost killing V and I on the ride home from a bookstore. It was terror bad. It was horror bad. It was awful. V was trying to convince me to pull over, and I wouldn't. And when we got home, V said, "All right, that's it. You're off the Xanax, and I'm going to wean you off." And I said, "Okay." And that's what happened. And I haven't touched it again except for like one time when I was houseless and I was being external affairs coordinator and trying to run the camp while we were all in tents. Yeah, and also trying to talk to the mayor's office at the same time about why houseless people deserve to exist. Like, ooh, yeah, that's another one that'll get me going, is the plight of houseless folks. Especially because a disproportionate number of houseless people are queer and trans, and a disproportionate number of them are BIPOC or Black, Indigenous, people of color, or global majority, whichever one I'm supposed to be saying now. Sometimes I'm not sure, so I try to say both, and I am always more than willing to be corrected. I am happy to be called in, out, whatever you want to do. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about this bottle. I haven't done a polyamory one, so this is going to be really cool. I think it's looking okay. Yeah, like you have to really see it up close to be able to tell that there's two different browns down in here. Let's see if I need a better light, y'all. I need a better light. There are two different browns though. Let's see. It's just really hard to tell. So, but it's there. I will take a finished picture of it after the stream. Well, it won't be finished, but I'll take a picture of it after stream, and hopefully it'll be easier to see the different colors there. That'll be down in the liquid of the Pride bottle. Okay, so I'm right here. I need one. Okay, so I need one over, and then that way. Kind of modifying this a bit as I go, because I did mess up the pattern. I do that sometimes, but the cool thing about cross stitch is it's usually very easy to adapt a pattern. And usually you're the only one that knows that you did it, unless you're like me and you like to tell people, I fucked up. Which I do. Uh, Fun times. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Doo-doo-doo. Let's. Oh, you know what? I never brought up my other thing to check the followers. Okay, hold on, y'all. Because I should have been able to see it. Yeah, I have a Twitch follower alert up. Huh, it should have shown up for me when somebody followed. I wonder why that didn't work. Well, let me remove it and redo it. Twitch alert. Ugh, really? Okay, remove. I don't want to do that on stream because it's weird. I don't know why that's not working, but it's okay. Ugh, so silly. Okay, I might go to my be right back scene for a minute to see if I can figure that out. Because if I'm going to be on, I need to be able to know if I'm getting followers. Okay, I will be right back. I might have to go off stream and come right back on to try and get that fixed. Because I really do want to be able to pay attention. So I'm going to be... And I can't do it while I'm on stream because I don't know if I can stop it from showing up or not. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, let me look at this real quick. I can take myself off for a minute. And I can take... Let's see. This one. Oh, here we go. Let's take this off. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, all that should be good. Huh. I need... Well, shoot. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off stream and do it because it's a mess. Okay, I will be back in like 5 minutes. Let me put that in chat. Back on stream in 5. Tech difficulties.